everyone, Tessa Gaming here again with another Overwatch video. So yesterday I released a video that's quality wasn't so good about Orisa, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and re-upload with a little bit more play and a little bit more knowledge of the character herself. This video will be a little bit longer than the one yesterday because I got more playtime on her, and because I wanted to give you more in-depth. So the plan for this week is I'm going to release a series of videos over the next couple of days, and then on Monday, before she is released, or possibly Sunday when I have my day off, I'm going to release the competitive guide after hours upon hours of playing her. So anyways, to jump right in, Orisa, like I said yesterday, is definitely a defensive character. She's got very limited mobility. After playing her, her mobility isn't so high. She's definitely not like a Zarya. You know, she doesn't have that small body, so she's going to be easier to hit. But she does have her advantages, and from what I saw playing her today, is again, like I said yesterday, there's not going to be any kind of play style that she's not going to fit in. You can King of the Hill, capture the point, and escort the payload. Perfectly fine on her. And the biggest key thing that I noticed today, and I was discussing with a buddy of mine, is that she feels very limited to her mobility because she doesn't have a Reinhardt shield. She doesn't have that mobile Reinhardt shield. She doesn't have the Zarya bubble. Her shielding itself, for herself and the team, is a stationary thing that she drops on the ground, obviously, but it feels like you place it, you move forward, and then you wait for the cooldown, you fight behind it, you place it, you move forward. Now, I understand not in all situations is that how it's going to be, but that's how I felt on the escort the payload map, as you see in the video, although I am defending, so it's a little different, but you will kind of see me move forward and move back, placing the shield in time, and moving with it in conjunction to where I place it. I also noticed on her today that there is a lot to do with her right-click ability, which is her mini Zarya ult. It pulls everybody in closely together. Now, I never really got a chance to combo it with like a Pharah ult or a Tracer ult or something like that, as a Zarya ult would work, but I did find a lot of situations, and you'll see a few in the game, where grouping the players together was just enough to help my teammates aim. I won't lie, I play in a low SR right now, and a lot of my players, and including myself, have some pretty bad aim. You will see me just missing constantly. And when you group players together like that, especially with like a soldier, if a soldier lands a Helix rocket, when those players are that tightly grouped, that's a lot of damage output right away. Same with Orisa herself, just her left click on a group of like 3 targets is absolutely amazing. She can push out so much damage. As for her ult, I did have a couple of really good placements in another game I played on actually the attack side of this. It was the same teams, but we were attacking on this map. And I had a really great ult placement. I think I might have got one on defense, but you'll just have to watch to see. But anyways, her ult, I'm finding that it's not really worth it to try to place it in a line of sight corner. I mean, obviously there will be certain situations where that will help, but what I tend to be doing now is I will place her ult and place a shield in front of it and force the enemy to come to me. A couple of people that I noticed that were really causing me problems with my ult were Genji and Pharah. Pharah probably won't be such a big deal to take out in a higher SR when you actually have pressure on them from a soldier or from a McCree, but in the lower SR, Pharah's run rampant, and I found that there was a lot of issue keeping my ult down with an enemy Pharah. As for Genji, Genji has that pinpoint accuracy with his shurikens, and since your shield can only block one direction for a limited amount of time, or until the cooldown comes back up, you don't really have the benefit of defending it because he can dash through your shield, easily turn, drop a 3 shuriken hit on it, and it's basically dead with a melee after that, if not before the melee. Very, very simple for him to take it out. I don't think you're going to have more issues than that. There is the Sombra hack, so if you're not paying attention to her and you don't, obviously deal damage to her when she's hacking it, she will negate it by a hack, which really sucks, and I'm sorry that my voice just went up. I'm laughing at my new pet. But overall, like, I really do feel like she is a very, very overpowered champion, and it may just be that she is the new release. It's obviously not competitive. This week is about fine-tuning her, finding out what players think, and getting more input since a lot of players don't play the PTR yet. Blizzard wants to know what she's capable of doing. And I will say that if she does not get a nerf, she is going to see a huge play ratio and probably win ratio in the competitive scene, much like what Diva had before they nerfed her, where she just became the most overpowered thing. This character, I can see a really good potential if the enemy team doesn't have snipers. I noticed that when they started pulling out Widows, and I will say McCree, I'm going to use McCree as a sniper in this, and I should say hit scans. Hit scans have a good advantage against her, because unless she perfectly stands behind her shield, she's such a big target to hit. She doesn't have the health of a Reinhardt or a Roadhog, so she can't really take those point-blank hits. In fact, I think she's almost one-shottable from a Widow headshot. Whereas is Zarya. Zarya is also really low, but with Zarya you have the mobility of your shield being on yourself. That is your defense. Obviously you can duck and cover, but once this character places her shield down, she just has her shift left click, which I will say is an amazing ability. I love her shift left click. Makes it so nothing can stop you. Literally nothing in the game except for, and I found this out from doing a little bit of reading, apparently if you were standing on the edge where a Tracer was 4 seconds before, if they use the recall, it'll kind of pop you. She'll go in the middle of you and it'll pop you out and you have a small chance to fall. That is the only thing that can stop you. Interesting. I didn't realize that Tracer's recall did that because, well, who times that perfectly? It's never going to happen. It's a 1 in a million chance. As towards her, the way I found playing her was the best, again, was the moving forward and moving backwards with your shield. But she's got the, you know, my buddy plays Mercy. He's maining Mercy right now, and Soldier. And he absolutely loves playing with this character because of the sheer fact that you place that, that stationary shield with a lot of health. And obviously, like with a Reinhardt, players are enticed, I want to hit the Rein, so they're going to kill the shield. Rein is a big target, he's easy to build ult charge off of when you've got low ult charge. So a lot of people are more prone to hit the shield to break it because they want to build that ult charge, as well as taking out a Rein is very important. However, with the placement of her shield like this, a character like Mercy, where yes, a Mercy is a high priority target, in a low SR, people seem to worry about killing tanks over killing healers. I don't know why, and it is a problem, but it does allow that Mercy or that Soldier player to use that shield as more of a line-of-sight mechanism, as well as there's a lot of points where a Mercy or a Soldier just can't step in line of sight because they're going to get sniped immediately. It's really easy to drop that shield around a corner or around a doorway and allow those players who are having to hide from the sniper to step out and actually hit something until that shield's about to break. With a little bit of communication, that's really easy to tell because of the nice UI bar that it has. I can say as well that I've noticed that the shield, I don't want to say it has more health than a Reinhardt shield, but it seems like it takes longer to take down. Obviously, that's based on how people are accurately hitting it, etc. But it seems to just last longer than Reinhardt shield, and again, that may just be the fact that it is stationary and it doesn't have a target behind it at all times. I do like the play of the shield, or how the shield works, on the fact that you don't hold R like you do on Reinhardt. You place it and then you play your character. You know, you're not stuck just holding R in a zoomed out version, and it's not Symmetra's that it's like, it's good for a few seconds. Symmetra's shield, when you use it, it launches forward, like I explained in my guide, and then after a couple seconds it's either gone behind them or gone off in some random direction, or they've just moved out of the way where the shield's kind of not viable, because eventually you turn sideways and the shield's not even visible. Where with this shield, you place it and it lasts a ridiculous long. I think it lasts like almost 45 seconds if it doesn't take damage before it expires. I could be wrong on the time, so don't quote me on that. But it definitely has its advantage, and it's different, and that's what makes a good character come out. You know, she's obviously got the feel of a lot of characters. You know, she's got the mixture of a Bastion turret on her arm, she's got the Zarya bomb. You know, she has a lot of playstyles of the other characters kind of combined, like any other game is going to do, but she feels separate just because of her shield. You know, if I had to describe her in a very short time, I would say she is a mobile Bastion with a Reinhardt shield. And that is almost essentially what she is. Obviously, she doesn't deal as much damage as Bastion, but there is one key thing that I do want to explain with that as well. If you notice, there is no change in the spread of her weapon. from the moment you left click till the end, it's going to stay the same. So it's not like the Tracer that has pinpoint accuracy and then a quarter or a fraction of a second later expands really big. No matter how far away, it's really easy to hit because that hitbox is so small. Like the crosshairs are so small, there's not a huge spread on it. So you can hit a target from really far away, whereas Bastions, I think they changed it where it doesn't, I don't play Bastion, so I think they changed it where it doesn't grow anymore, but it's just initially really, really huge. So like me there, you see me hitting that McCree from a really far range with a decent accuracy. A Bastion is not going to have near that accuracy. So in terms of DPS compared to Bastion with her turret, I feel like close range, Bastion is going to out DPS her every day of the week. But at long range, she's got the more accuracy, so she's actually going to perform a lot better than a Bastion will at a long range standpoint. I did also notice, though, that playing her, she seems to do better in the up close and personal since, well, one, she is a tank, so you don't want to be too far in the back line unless you are exclusively protecting your back line, which a lot of tanks do, especially in the higher SR. But as for the up close and personal, obviously the closer you are, the easier it is to hit their head because your crosshairs, you know, their head takes up more of the crosshair range. So I did notice in getting up there really puts that play of the up close and personal bruiser in the enemy's face, like a Reinhardt, but you gotta keep in mind you do not have that mobility. Even though you can't be stunned, you don't have a charge to get you out, you don't have a shield that you can just up and turn any way you want. So you have to be more situational than like a Reinhardt or a Zarya does if you're going to play the up close and personal. But unlike those two, you do have the long range playstyle. And now I'm going to talk a little bit about her damage, and this video is actually getting pretty close to being over, so I'm going to kind of wrap it up. But her damage is a little ridiculous. I really do hope it gets nerfed. You know, I think I played like 8 or 9 games with her today, and every game I was gold damage. Every game. I'm not at all a pro player. As you can see, I'm still learning the fire time on the bullets, which they do kind of fire slow. They're definitely like a mercy pistol, so you've got to get used to the long-range shooting with it. But really, honestly, she's a very good hero, and I hope that you guys can take something from this and have learned something from this and can put it into good use. And like I said, this weekend or Monday, I will be releasing a competitive guide, and I'll be releasing a few more videos before then over her and some more of my playthroughs with her. Hopefully I can get some play of the games. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up for the night because I've got to go to work in the morning and my bearded dragon wants my attention. So everybody have a great night, and please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on my videos. I'm going to try to be releasing more of them more frequently. I'd like to grow a bigger audience, and if you guys have other games that you'd like me to play, of course, always bring them to me. I'd love to try new things. Everybody have a great night and try to enjoy.